Hi everyone, this is Carol Hill. In this video, I'm going to be telling you all about the guided research for online records at FamilySearch.org wiki. And so what I want to first do is just show you an example of guided research, and then I'll explain all the other things, how to find it at the end, so that you can first see if it's even something that you might be interested in. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go to Maryland Guided Research. And as you can see, this is a place where you can see what kind of research the FamilySearch wiki or suggestions that they have for birth, marriage, or death. And this is the same for all of the other guided research localities, which I'll show you in a minute once we're at the end. So let's say that I am helping someone, maybe I'm a consultant, and they have an ancestor in Maryland, and they're trying to find a birth for this ancestor, and you're not really, as a consultant, you're not really familiar with this area and not sure what to do. Or you might also be a beginner and not know how to do this kind of Maryland research. Or you also might even be someone that's done a lot of research but not in this area. So this is awesome. What you can do is, let's say you're looking for a birth of one of your ancestors. What you're going to do is just click on this birth, and this will tell you, give you hints of what you can do. And first off, it says there's no statewide birth collection covering a large portion of births in Maryland. However, there's a few small databases and substitute records available. And you can click on this, what else you can try for Maryland births. So let's click on that. And then what this does is give you a lot of other hints and suggestions, so that you don't have to go look for this yourself. So here it says additional databases and online resources. There's a Maryland birth collections, and as I said before, this would probably just be a small collection place. And then this tells you how to request the record when it's not online. So it tells you beginning in 1898, Maryland law required counties to record births. General compliance occurred in 1910s. An earlier law in 1865 also required the recording of births, but there was very low compliance. So it says to learn more about the restrictions, you can see this article, and then it said to find or order birth records after 1865, you can go visit Maryland State Archives, or you can contact them. There's even a phone number there, which is awesome. And then if you are trying to find a birth record after 1924, then this is where you would actually write a letter. And you can go to their website. This is the Department of Health, Division of Vital Records. They have a website. A lot of times there's a downloadable application that you can fill out. I've done this many times, and it's really not hard at all. And then they're like, well, if this isn't going to help you, then there's substitute records. And so a substitute record would be like a death record. If you find the death and it's got the birth date on it or the age, then you can kind of figure out when they were born. Cemetery records sometimes will have the birth date. Census records just usually have an age, and then you can figure out about when they were born. And so here's some other suggestions. So anyway, it gives you lots of suggestions for finding substitute records for births. And then this gives you hints too to improve your searching. Like you might do a spelling variation. You might search for parents and then you'll find the kids. I've done that as well. That gives you other suggestions there. That's something you can come read. And then the last part is why the record may not exist. And so this tells you some where records start in some of the county circuit courts. And then what's really interesting too is down here at the bottom, because of the Civil War and because a lot of times counties burned. It's so interesting. In like the 1870s, even I found a lot of county courthouses that burned. And so this is saying that there's a record loss in a lot of these counties. And so this is nice to know. And you wouldn't know that unless you do some deeper research. So this is just giving you a hint for this birth. So that's what this is, and it is different for the different localities. You're going to find a difference in Canada and England. It'll give you other suggestions. So, but I really like this. I think this can be really, really helpful when you're not used to researching in a certain area. So let's go back and let me show you how you would find this guided research. I found this just by going to, when you go search, and the Research Wiki, And then let's just go to it. I'm going to go to it again so you can see. So let's say I want to find guided research. Okay, and if I only put in guided research and I spell it right, it's going to bring up these couple things. And I want the guided research for online records. So you can type that in, but I just wanted to show you how you go to the wiki and type in what you're trying to find. And so that's one way to find it. And here you can read what is the guided research. This is really good. It explains that FamilySearch has some professionals that are helping with this to make this. So this is going to be a great resource for you to find information. And anyway, I'll let you read that because it's quite long. And then also here, what's really neat is you can look at this map. So this tells you the guided research experience is available, the green, and then experience in progress is the gray. So there's still a lot, and some of these countries are really hard to work in, but you can find your countries. There's a couple ways. If you want to zoom in on this map, you know, say you're researching in Italy. Look at Italy's pretty good. So you can zoom on the map and you can click and it'll take you to the page. In fact, let's just do that for one, just so you can kind of see how that is. So see, as you see, they've got the birth, marriage, and death information too. So I'm going to go back on the button since I kind of went out. So you can either do that, click on the map and click on the place that you want to look at, or you can also, I kind of clicked on that fast. Let me go back so you can see that. Oh, now it went too far back. All right, let's see if we can get back to it. Okay, this said to see all guided research experiences, click here. So if you click on this, you will come up with this. If you're looking in Mexico, they've got some information on that and suggestions, and they have guided research for that. So you can click there. There's Shropshire in England, Middlesex. So you can click on those and it'll take you to those areas. So let's go back to the map. All right, so that's just from there. And then another way you can do it too, oops, I'm zooming in, didn't really mean to, is you can actually go to the wiki. So let's just go to the wiki home. So when you go here and go to Research Wiki, you're going to come to this page. And then let's just type in that Maryland, okay? Because you can type in Maryland and go to Maryland, United States Genealogy. And over here on the right-hand side, under Beginning Research, you'll get the guided research. So that's where they're going to be if you just go in and search for the country or state where you want to research in, and then it's always there. The first one is guided research. So that's an easy way to find it too. So anyway, that is it. I hope you'll try and use it because I know it can be very helpful, especially if you are a consultant helping others. So anyway, I hope you're having a good day.